Alright, we're going to Nevesk Waypoint, and we're gonna hit up this dungeon right here. It's a dungeon where you get uh so you get the Codex of Power aspect of the Protector. Damaging an elite enemy grants you a barrier absorbing up to 315 damage for 10 seconds. This effect can only happen once every 30 seconds. Cool. You fight elites you fight like 2 elites in this dungeon, probably. Alright, so this is where I leveled up from like level 17 or 18 all the way to 25. And I'm going to keep doing it for loot. So from the main town, Kovashad, you're going to want to go down south and west to this dungeon right here. When you first start the game, you'll see that aspect there on that dungeon. It'll be like hovering like a world quest in World of Warcraft, only it doesn't go away. I'm pretty sure it's just always that dungeon. The first time you do it and defeat the boss at the end, you're going to get this legendary aspect that you can add to any rare item. You can like add that aspect to a rare item with good stats for your class, and it'll like turn it into a legendary. So basically, you get a higher item level, or you like a higher. It's called item power. See, this is like 327 item power. My legs are 309, but my gloves are 327 because they're legendary. So you're gonna want to turn your rares into legendaries. It costs veiled crystals. So one little trick that I did is I may be able to get this key, but I'm not gonna do it right now. Well, it could be a legendary. Let's do it. Let's go to Kovashad and gamble for a key. I hope it's 20. But yeah, I'm gonna run this dungeon, and this dungeon that I'm gonna run later after I go gamble and open the chest. It's like there's like a cellar next to it, and you can like clear the cellar before the dungeon. Kind of slows you down, but it's like it breaks the monotony or whatever. So yeah, all right. So we're gonna go gamble down here. Oh, get a key for that chest. How much is it? 20. I have 20. Got a key. So I'm just gonna head back to where that chest was, and then we're gonna go to this dungeon where you get that aspect of the barrier, where when you hit an elite, it gives you a barrier. Basically, it's a way to make a rare item legendary. It doesn't matter like what the legendary does. It's just the fact that it's a legendary is so much better than a rare. Higher item power. Like so like let's say I had like 2% attack speed on a rare on my gloves. I believe it was gloves. I turned it legendary. Or was it could have been when I just upgraded the rare. You can just upgrade your gear at the blacksmith, and that definitely increased the attack speed from 2% to 2.4% attack speed. Did I pass that chest? This is on the easy difficulty, by the way. But when you get down here, so right here is this like you can go in here and it's like whatever, It's like you just get like a little bit of XP. You might get a couple items. We'll run it. I gotta find that treasure chest because I gambled for a key. So, do you see how that event gave me a rare and a blue, magic, and a white common? So we got some items now. So like you could like turn this. Well, if this rare was like pants or gloves or something, you could probably turn it into a legendary. We could see if we could turn that rare into a legendary. Do you want to try? This video might have to be 2 parts I'll see if I can turn it into a legendary. I hope I can. So I believe we're back at Kovashad. I don't believe I have the ability to turn a ring into a legendary, like craft it. We'll try. First, I want to see if I'm using that power, the barrier shield. Because I'll use that barrier shield one. Okay, yes, I haven't used the barrier shield one. So, grab that. Yeah, it won't let me do the ring. Oh. Yeah, it won't let me do the ring. Whatever. Let's get back to that dungeon. Hopefully hit up that treasure chest along the way. But yeah, I just like ran this dungeon like for 4 hours while watching Netflix. I got to level 25, which is the max in the beta. It's not a big deal. It's just like what's the difference between 24 and 25? You know, when the real level cap is higher. But you know, it was for the world boss. Oh, so here's that treasure. Wait, that. What? Did the treasure chest turn into a worse treasure chest? Oh well, now if you rewind, you can see where you can gamble for keys to the treasure chest. But apparently, you should always have a key on you because it'll just stop being a resplendent chest when you go back to town. I'm not complaining. I'm just like saying what happened. All right, let's get it. This is the dungeon, Lost Archives, I guess it's called. Remember, it's the one with the legendary that gives you the barrier when you hit an elite. Okay, so the objective here, the reason why I played this. Oh, okay. There's a level. There's a level. This is one level. This is a dungeon. This is a dungeon. So this could give me a legendary. I'm not doing this for XP. I'm doing it for legendaries and rares that I can turn into legendaries. You know, get good stats on a rare and turn into a legendary. So okay, so there's a room. I said there's a level. There's a room in this level, and there's 2 pedestals. So you're gonna want to grab. Oh, here's an elite, by the way. I'm gonna use my cooldown. Take him out. I'm getting a lot of yellows. So in this room, there's 2 pedestals, right? And you're gonna want to take one of 2 directions to go from that room. There's 2 hallways, but it's procedurally generated, so it'll be a random direction that you go. But there's always 2 directions you can go in from this room with the pedestals, and you have to get this cube and bring the cube to the pedestal. You get 2 cubes. You have to do one at a time. And if you could take a town portal, you'll drop your cube. So we're gonna see on the mini map on the top right of the screen. You can see these 2 pedestals. So I have to find 2 different ways to go from this room. So there will be 2 directions you can go in this room, and you come back and put your cubes on pedestals. You can attack, you can teleport, you do everything while you're holding the cube. But if you town portal back, it'll drop the cube where you were when you teleported, right next to your teleport, your portal. So when you come back from town, the cube will still be there, and you can pick it up. Don't forget to pick it up. You have to bring it all the way back. The reason I like this place is because it's just kind of fun to find the cubes, and it's really not that difficult for me. So I really like the density that you get from these enemies. There's always enemies to attack. There's like good AoE spots. And you see in the top right corner where we can see that diamond. That means I've found the cube. When you see this circle here, it means you're close to the cube, from what I understand. From what I understand, the circle, the spell there or whatever, I'm pretty sure it means you're close to the cube. Pick it up. Monsters can hit you while you're picking it up. Just pick it up and go. There is a pylon up there, but well, might as well grab the pylon, right? Let's see. I'm shooting missiles. Since mana is hard to keep up with, you're gonna want to just fire your generator or fire your free cast ability. I actually had to spec into making the frost. So right up here, this is how you make it a generator. Right at the very beginning, you grab this, right? Frostbolt, go up here. You can it explodes on chilled enemies, makes them frozen. When you hit a chilled enemy or frozen enemies, you gain 4 mana with this free cast ability. It costs no mana, and you gain mana with my little build there. You're gonna look at the map. This is the room that you need to go to. It's like a cube room with these cubes in the corners there. So we're going back that way, back to where we came. And if you're looking for a lot of XP, like when I was nearly level 25 and it was 25 minutes before the world boss was gonna spawn, I actually went the long way back to my body. Or not my body, sorry. You don't have to grab your body in this game if you die, just so you know. Coming back to this pedestal, I went the long way so I could get more XP because I wanted to finish in level 25 with that last run. And okay, so here's the thing with the boss. When you're leveling up, the boss can beat you. So you could spend 2 or 3 minutes fighting the boss and you die. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. Here's the thing. Back in the day in Diablo 3, people would way back, not like a couple years ago. This is like several years ago. People would run greater rifts and they wouldn't kill the boss. So they say like no boss, 99s. So you just AoE trash and elites down, right? And you don't do the boss. Well, they patched that out by making it so when you finish, anyway, they made it so when you finish the greater rift, you get like half your XP, right? So you have to defeat the boss. That's what makes me think that you should not do no boss runs in this dungeon. Just try to defeat the boss. And here's the thing: when you beat the boss, you get like half a bar of XP, so you get like 2% XP or something. Yeah, so it's worth it. It breaks the monotony too, like doing that little cavern, the little cellar dungeon where I got like a blue and a yellow and a common. Same with this boss. It just breaks monotony of clearing trash and elites. It's something fun to do, like defeat the boss. And you get like a magic item and a rare item. I would assume that you could actually get a legendary from the boss. That's like my prediction. Because if it drops a rare, it can drop a legendary. So like if you see a treasure chest, would you open it? If you knew the treasure chest was 2 minutes away, would you open it? But it's a boss, so it's like challenging and just fun to do. So it's like, yeah, take out the boss. It's kind of more intended for you to clear out the boss. Now, me running this from level 18 to 25, probably not intended. Okay, it's a one-time reward from the boss to. It's a one-time reward from the boss. Oh, here's a treasure chest. Maybe legendary. No. The boss gives that barrier when you hit an elite legendary. It's called Codex of Power Legendary Aspect. So you get that aspect from this boss of this dungeon once you've grabbed both cubes. Oh, here's a cube right up here. You see on the top right, the mini map, we got a cube. So yeah, you get that legendary power. So Blizzard probably intended you to run this dungeon like once and get the legendary power. It's not like a significant source of legendaries or anything. This is beta, so these resplendent chests don't do anything. Alright, so got the cube. We're gonna run back to that room, fight the boss, and we're out of here. The video will be over. Thanks for chilling so much. Let's take out that boss. It is a cool boss fight, and if Diablo 4 has like several bosses in the dungeons to get the legendary aspects, and they're all like their own unique boss, that'll be sweet. It'll be pretty dope. Alright, boss incoming. Boss incoming! Drop a Hydra, pop my cooldown, spam my attacks. Okay, the boss's health is at the top. It's at like half health. Thank you. Thank you. Can I say thank you? Thanks. Thanks. So, running that dungeon, if you can see in the bottom right hand corner, yeah, the yellows are my inventory is filled with yellows. I'm actually gonna put the webcam right where the where the yellows are, but yeah, my inventory is full of yellows. Should we make one a legendary for the ending? I need legendary pants. My pants have strength. Did I get pants to drop? No. Cool. My name's Travis O'Leary. On YouTube, it's at Travis O'Leary. Search that, you'll find me. Twitter, Travis O'Leary 22. Peace. This is Diablo 4 Beta.